You're listening to Real Talk. Here we go. In this bitch.
What's up, everybody? What up, world? We back with another one. Your boy Boots, and I have my sister with me. We've toured the world together, and woo! All I can say is it's amazing how we've both grown before then, up until then, and until now. I'm not even going to get all crazy with the intro. Everybody, without further ado, give a huge round of applause to my sister from another Mister, Arnetta Johnson.
Hello, good people.
What up, y'all?
Good old Boots.
Come on, you know me. You know I'm with it. What's up with you?
You know, life has been blessed. I must say. Just working, doing what I do as a musician, and preparing for the future while embracing the now. So.
Yep. Well, yeah, come on, embrace that now.
Oh yeah. I spent a lot of time pondering on the what's next. So I'm spending a lot of time now.
Yeah.
Basking in the blessings that I asked for, that I actually have now.
That's crazy, yo.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because if you don't, you'll miss it. So
listen, it's dope that, like you said, basking. It's funny because I always think about when I hear basking. Remember, what was that? White Chicks. When he was like basking in the ambience. Yeah, stupid.
Oh man.
But yeah, let's get right into it. You know, I'm silly, so we gotta move because I'll stay on that subject for 20 minutes.
Let's get it.
So, for the people who don't know you, let the world know where you're from.
Well, I am from Camden, New Jersey, right across the bridge from Philly. It's literally right across the bridge. But yeah, born and raised in Camden, New Jersey. Still around there to this day. Yeah. And I guess I'll get into like when I started playing. I had to be like 12 or 13. I could never like remember off that exactly when. But it was like right before high school. I started playing the trumpet. I don't even know if we said that yet. I played the trumpet.
Well, it's cool. Look, come on, get right to it. Get right to it.
Yeah, I'm a trumpet player. That is my instrument of choice in this musical world. But yeah, I started right before high school, and I was in this group called the Little Jazz Giants.
You know I was gonna laugh at that. That's a cute name, though. Isn't it?
It's just as adorable as it sounds. So that group was led by Nazir Dickerson and Hassan Sabri. Okay. They're still around to this day too, especially Nas. You catch him outside playing all the time. But yeah, they were the ones that got me started, and I was in that group for a couple months, and I wasn't good, but I had the mindset. Yeah, I had the mindset. At the time, I wasn't. It didn't cross my mind to be like, oh, I want to be a trumpet player. Yeah, it was just like, okay, I enjoy this. And we have rehearsals, so cool.
So cool.
That was my base. That was my base at the time. It's just like how kids approach a sport. Like,
right.
They might like playing basketball, but it might not cross their mind just yet to do it for real.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. So the trumpet, of course, being a female, it's like we don't really see and hear that many trumpets, like trumpet players like that. So what do you say like that interested you in that specific? Because a lot of kids, everybody gravitate towards drums. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I mean, don't think I didn't try. I walk in that band room saying I want to play the trumpet. That is not how that went. I wanted to play some kind of rhythm section instrument, and all the slots were filled. Okay. So they were just like, you want to try a horn? And then I wanted to play violin too. That was like a side quest thought.
I think we all played a violin or a clarinet or flute in our lifetime.
My school didn't have no strings.
Oh.
So yeah, so it was just the horns, and I picked the one that looked the easiest. I said that one got 3 buttons, so it's gonna be out. and come to find out, it's the hardest one. So I was like,
yo, I used to think that. I used to be like, how are y'all getting all these notes? Matter of fact, let's go into that section for 1 minute.
Yeah.
How do y'all get all those notes out of those 3 joints for real?
It's just airflow. Okay. It's airflow, and yeah. So it's like a good example is, okay, you know what a balloon, right?
Right.
You ever make the little sound with a balloon? So if you just think about that, the more you pinch it, the higher pitch that sound gets, but the more looser you let it gets. So that's literally what's happening here. Okay. And that makes that changes the pitches with the 3 buttons. So yeah.
That's no. Yeah. That's wild, because then you're using this and you're thinking this though with the note.
Right.
So like you're go ahead.
It's a lot of ways to kind of make it make sense. It's like whistling. When you whistle lower, you know, your tongue drops. When you whistle higher, your tongue gets higher to the roof of your mouth. That's is all airflow.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's airflow.
But the fact that, what is it? It's like it's so many damn notes.
I know, it's in between. It's a lot of notes in his multiple octaves. So
you gotta kind of have close like relative pitch.
No, you gotta practice. Like trumpet you gotta practice on trumpet, because trumpet not the instrument. Like it's not the instrument you can just go up to it and just boom. No, it's like it's a lot of muscle memory involved. Like it's a whole lot of muscle memory, and if you go, I'll say a week without practicing, your face gonna be sore when you're done.
Yes, I realize that.
Yeah. Mouth just tired. It's a lot of muscle memory, and then just learning how to get yourself to take your air from here and not tense here. So it's a lot of memory involved. That's why you gotta practice. That's that. Why like the technique is not just here. The technique is not just here. It is a mid-section up instrument, in my opinion. So
it's like diaphragm world.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy, yo. And I always wonder how, like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's a crazy mindset, yo, to have only 3 buttons, and then y'all are like in between them too. It's not like y'all like it be like in between sometimes. That's like a flat or like a sharp.
I mean, all the notes are the notes. It's just what you're talking about is how you can play the same note on one button, like
that type shit. Yeah.
So it's just partials. Where like, so to you this sounds crazy. Like I'm trying to learn how to play.
Show me
this bad boy.
What you got
right here? I'm trying to learn how to play the bass. And what really throw me off is how on bass you could play the same note in like 4 different places. So,
right. Yeah. I know what you mean.
So I just tell myself to just relax and be patient with it and just treat it like trumpet. Because on trumpet, it's a lot of that too. You press one button and it's like all these different notes.
Right.
So it's just a matter. You just gotta explore the instrument. And honestly, that's how I learned how to play trumpet. I really learned how to play trumpet by ear.
Okay.
Like when I was younger, Nas literally gave me a record and said, "Learn this song." I ain't know no notes. I was barely getting a note out, and I just remember sitting at the radio with the CD, and I said, "I'm gonna just press this button and keep blowing it until the same note happens." And then it happened. I was like, "Okay, so this button makes this sound."
Right.
I didn't know what the notes were, but I knew what the sounds were. So over time, I guess I was just working on my ears, and then when I learned theory, my mom was a music teacher, but I didn't pay attention in her class. Okay. Just to put that out there.
Okay. We won't. My son don't pay attention in training class.
I didn't pay, because I wasn't a musician yet either, so I wasn't fully paying attention. But she was my teacher up until I went to high school, and that's when I turned back and said, "Hey, Mom, can I get some of them books, some music books?"
Right. That's dope though. That's dope. It's in the family though.
Yeah. But that's pretty much how trumpet works. It's It sounds crazy.
Yeah,
it
does.
is crazy, but when you do it for a while, you realize although it's absolutely ridiculous, it's super fun.
Mm-hmm. I'm about to say it's a lot of breathing and shit.
It's just a lot of everything.
Mm-hmm. There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
And like, did you have any influences? Like any like when you started getting into it, did you have anyone that you was like, oh snap, I like that. I like how he's playing. I like his style. I like theirs.
Oh,
blah, blah, blah.
yeah. It's this trumpet player, Lee Morgan.
Okay.
Lee Morgan was his name. And that's who I was first put on to. He played with Art Blakey and the Jazz Messengers. And when I tell you, I found a record from that guy and just went to town. I couldn't play none of it, but I was trying.
Went to town always sound funny to me.
I know.
Went to town.
Like, what'd you do? I wish like we had like the phones and stuff like we do now, so that I could have like recorded myself like the way I would practice when I first started. Yeah, I would just literally turn on the record and just try to get notes out the instrument. And the more I would land on the right note, I would just literally be like, all right, that note's in this song, so I would just play that note the whole time.
That's funny as hell.
Yeah. That was my practice. That's how I practiced when I first started. I said, we gonna get it. Even if it's one note, we gonna get it.
Right. So, don't mess with me. Don't mess with me. Yeah.
It was me and my one note against the world. So.
Right. As it should be though. When you tapping into stuff that's new to you, like I'm in. Like I'm going all the way in this month. Yeah. That's dope. And speaking of that, the fact that you have went in on the trumpet life, like just being real, for me, it's dope to see you come from playing with artists that are, of course, like, known artists and stuff like that. But it's like you've played with artists and you progress to your own music. And like who were some of the artists that you've accompanied in your trumpet days?
Oh man, I mean, obviously you and I both toured with Beyonce.
Well, yeah.
So, but I got my start with Terry Lynn Carrington. That was my first tour. I think I was 19.
Let's go, teen. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? It's all about that teen. I mean, I don't care if you're 28 and you started touring. No, if you start touring in a teen,
man. I just had to tell somebody that the other day. They was like, we need professional musicians. So I recommended some college kids, and they was like, oh no, we not that young. We need professionals. And I was like, maybe I'm tripping because I was touring in college professionally.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, I was touring with Terry Lynn Carrington at the time over in Europe. That was my first time out the country and everything.
That's dope.
What an experience.
Right. At a young at the time.
Young. Yep. That music was hard too. So played people like her, Ralph Peterson, Tia Fuller. That's like the jazz side.
Okay.
Of a lot of this stuff. And of course, I did my first award show, Black Girls Rock. Kim Burst called me for that because Janelle Monáe needed some background trumpet players. So that was my first time doing that. And yeah, I think that was the same year I was touring with Terry Lynn.
The same time?
Yeah, because the Terry Lynn, I think it was the BET situation first, and then I think it had to be like a month later.
Okay.
We went on tour or something.
Yeah, if you're doing an award show with an artist, they're most likely going on tour after that.
Yeah, so who else have I played with? I sat in one time with Sheila E. That was fun.
With who?
Sheila E. I sat in one time with her, and that's the way that went down. I like maximize my Berklee career. That's really what a lot of this is.
As you should. Shit, I'm paying for this, John. I better know everybody in this bitch. You crazy?
And period.
Matter of fact, who owned this motherfucker?
Right? Yeah. Nah. I said I'm maximizing these 4 years. Who else have I played with? Man, I suck at this question. I never get better at it.
Well, I mean, look, sad to say it, but you named the main one and everybody.
Yeah.
Sorry, y'all.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I guess currently I'm touring with this group from New York named AJR. They're actually fire. They're fire, and I appreciate all the stuff they've been up to. We've been doing a lot of traveling, got a lot of traveling coming up. But yeah, I'm with this group now named AJR. They're an alternative pop group.
Oh, dope.
From New York, and I'm the only horn player. It's me and a drummer.
I was gonna say that. I'm thinking like that genre. I'm trying to think how that sounds crazy with that.
Yeah, it's me and a drummer. I play aux.
Oh,
as well on that gig. Yeah.
You play keys?
I'm getting there.
Yo, that's crazy. Shut up. That's why I said
it be me and them bells against the world, okay?
Look, you better bell away.
I be playing my little bell sounds.
Man, look.
No, I'm getting nice. I'm getting nice on the low. But that's the thing I love about when you find a good camp to tour with. They let you, learn and explore while on the job. So
right.
I know I'm missing like a plethora of other people that I played with, but
we love y'all. Y'all know who y'all are.
Victoria Monet. See, it's like
you can't forget her.
It's not I'm forgetting. It's just
it's a lot. It's a lot.
Because playing with her was awesome.
How was that?
That's a playing with Victoria Monet. That's a great gig.
That seems like that's very it's two, like it's musical and it's actual work in a sense. Like it seems like they give y'all choreo.
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they definitely gonna make sure we hit and step on stage. They say I ain't looking crazy up here.
Yes, they will. Yes.
No, that's a good gig. Mm-hmm. I've always enjoyed every time I played with her.
So would you say what would you say was your biggest gig?
Biggest gig? Well, I mean, Beyonce right there. So that's kind of like when we talk about like big. I mean,
right. I was just trying to see. I'm trying to see. You never know.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of
Mm-hmm. That's a great gig too.
It's Beyonce.
A great gig.
It was an experience.
So aside from playing with all these amazing artists, right? What made you say, y'all are dope, but no offense, I'm dope as shit too? And do your own music.
Yeah, this is all thanks to a lady named Tia Fuller.
Hey!
Yeah, saxophonist, artist, all the above. I've been a huge fan of her like all my life, and we're at the point now she's pretty much literally blood couldn't make us closer at this point.
Yeah.
So while I was in college, because she was teaching at the school as well, she had all of us in our ensemble write a song. And I just remember at the time, I was like, bro, I ain't trying to write no songs. Like, I didn't enjoy writing songs in high school, but I did it because it was part of the curriculum. Mm-hmm. And I was like, and I'm in college, and I still don't enjoy writing songs. Like, I don't know why y'all trying to make me do this. Meanwhile, when I go back and listen to all the songs that I wrote in high school and college, I'm like, yo, these are fire. So, so it was her making us write the songs, and for our ensemble, we would go perform, and we would have to lead the ensemble. Okay. And I just remember being like, bro, I do not want to do this. Like, people not showing up on time to rehearsal. I got to find where everybody at. I got to get all the music together. I got to get an itinerary together. Like, so the whole time, I wasn't realizing that she was teaching us how to be a band leader.
Okay. That's good.
I wasn't aware that was her point. I was just annoyed. I was just like, I didn't sign up for this. I signed up for the ensemble to play songs. I'm not trying to be finding where people at and organizing music and all the band leader stuff, like running rehearsals. Because I never had to do that until she had us do it. Yeah. And then it was after that where when I graduated school, I'll say towards the end of 2016, we gotta make money.
Hell yes.
Yeah, college is over.
Yep.
Ain't no fall semester.
Yeah, this
so you gotta do something. So next thing you know, I realized people was calling me to like play and stuff. They're like, hey, can you bring like a quartet? And I was just like, sure. So I play like jazz standards.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just remember playing all these gigs, and then I was tired of it. I was like, I do not feel like playing this. Like,
right.
And then so I was like, okay, let me start adding a twist to like some of these jazz standards, because that's what I did when Tia had us writing songs.
Okay.
I started doing arrangements, like my own personal arrangements to certain jazz standards.
Right.
So I just took that for my own thing. I said, okay, let's make this interesting. So I started doing that on gigs, and then I was just like, bro, I don't want to play these songs. Period. Like, I was quite literally just tired of most of the songs that I was playing. So then I was like, okay. That's when I just started playing with other people. And I was like, this is cool, but it still wasn't my jam. I was like, I was like, I don't see myself just being a backing musician forever. Like, I just didn't feel the longevity in that. And I was only thinking longevity at the time because that was something Tia was big on when we were in college. She was just like, longevity is the name of the game. Longevity. You gotta think. You gotta think down that road.
Yeah.
So that stuck, So I was just like, yeah, being a backing musician, like, that's cool, but I don't see that being like the only thing I do. So I don't know. One day I went back into my arsenal of songs that I wrote in college. And I was like, oh, this song is fire. It's the song Juice and Candy. That song it's 4 bars. It's a 4-bar song. And I had a teacher in college tell me when I brought it in, they were like, this isn't a song. I was like, yes, it is. I was like, it's just 4 bars. You just build on it.
Yep.
So they couldn't comprehend that, so they dismissed my song. Meanwhile,
I hate that.
That's still one of my favorite songs, Juice and Candy, to this day. So I pulled that back out at a gig. Oh, and it was on that gig where I was just like, oh, okay, that was the thing. I was playing what everybody else was telling me to play the whole time instead of playing what I wanted to play. So that was just a learning curve. So that was the thing where it's like, okay, I was utilizing what I learned, but I wasn't executing and exploring with what I learned, know?
Right. I can understand
that. I just feel like that's just a thing people have to learn how to do. Take what you learned and, just go with it, explore with it, expand. Not just, all right, I learned this and I'm going to apply it in the way that I learned how to apply it. No, you gotta stretch a little bit.
A little bit. You gotta stretch a lot. Get your ass out of there. Get out of there.
Yeah. So that's what I ended up doing. And I found that my style of writing wasn't the same as everybody else's. Because I feel like as instrumentalists, we're always, I don't think we're told, but we feel like we have to write in a certain sound.
Yep.
So I just started writing songs the way I wanted to write my songs.
Yep. As we should. We're all different.
Yep, and it went there. So I didn't want my music sounding all fusion-y and like that world music sound and stuff. Like, I get it. No, I love that stuff. It's just
right.
It's
not me. It's not me.
Yeah. I'm good on that. I'm good on that. It'll come out every now and then because I like it.
Right.
But that's not going to be like the main
because that's the box they put us in as musicians. When we come out with our own music, they think we're supposed to be Chick Corea.
Yeah, instantly. I'm like, yo.
No, we like music. Like I like my drum album is the same. It's all stuff you can drive to.
Right. Yeah.
Like it's not that many crazy melodies, hits, and all that. It's stuff you can really like nod your head to, or whatever. But it's like they put us in that box because that's what the world is used to hearing when it comes to musicians. But now because we're so like we're out of the musician box now. You know what I'm saying? It's like we're artists.
Yeah.
And to be real, we're actually artists first. Because it's like if you can create what you've done as far as, with when you first got the instrument, it was like, let me learn this. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me figure this out in my own way. That's an artist because you're painting your own shit. You know what I'm saying?
So it was just a matter of me just finding myself and then me sitting down and doing some self, analyzation of like what I've learned, and then realizing, oh, okay, that's what Tia was doing. I get it. It was all about like, yeah, all the above. So that's what made me step into the artist thing. And I ended up putting out my second song, because Juice and Candy was already out. But I put out my second song, Who Are You? I put that out right before we went on tour. So right after Coachella, because I was in LA and I shot a music video.
Damn.
So yeah, some of the homies pulled up to be in my video.
That's hard.
Yeah, I was like, we about to take some of this Coachella money and do a video.
listen, that's what it's for. That's what it's for.
That's dope. So yeah, that's how I got into my own sound at the time.
Yeah, and I mean, if you guys haven't checked it out, definitely check her out on the Media Box, because it was a vibe. I mean, it was more songs than that. We can only get one, but that thing was crazy. What's something that you would tell the people, and especially the young ladies that are upcoming musicians?
What I would tell upcoming musicians and female musicians is, it's very generic, but trust in yourself to always be yourself.
Yeah.
It's the most important thing you can do.
Mm-hmm.
It is the most important thing you can do. And remember that how people, treat you and acknowledge you, that's nothing more than a reflection of themselves. So when you walk into a space, you don't got to walk in with the mindset of, oh my goodness, I'm about to be the only girl. Da-da-da. Be you.
Right.
Be confident.
That's good. Yeah.
Be confident. You got called for that job.
There you go.
That means you got it.
Yeah.
That means you got it.
I always say that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now, when you walk into space and you sit down ready to do your thing, and you realize somebody might have said something that was out of pocket, remember, that's a reflection of them, not you. And then if it gets mad weird, find whoever the closest thing to HR is in the room that you in and say something. I am team say something. Like, call me a tattletale. I don't care. We talking about it over here.
TSS. That's right.
Yeah, I don't care. Yeah, we talking about it. Mm-hmm. And if it, sometimes when you do talk about stuff, nobody might hear you out. There is a wonderful thing called leaving.
That's funny. I thought you about to say something like, there's a wonderful thing is going to the boss. Leaving. Yep.
Leaving. No, it be cases where I'll say as a woman where we'll address an issue and you take it to the leader of the whole thing.
Yeah.
And it's a male dominant environment. And everybody's still looking like, oh, she just tripping, being emotional. And it will really make you think you're crazy.
Yes.
You talk it out with some of your other peers that's on the outside looking in.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's not gelling with you like that, bounce.
Seriously, though.
In a respectful way. A respectful way, you know? Yeah. Or you can complete the gig. You can finish out the gig. And that's that.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah.
So, but just know, confidence, and you just got to know that you got it, and hit the shed. I am big on, like, it's one thing to always want these opportunities, but I must admit the pressure is high being a female musician, because there are a lot of times just naturally people are like, oh my gosh, it's a woman on, in the band. Wow. I wonder how she's going to sound. Instantly, the pressure is there. Like, is she going to be great? Yeah. And, like, don't mess up one little line. And it's like, oh, man. So it's like...
Yeah, that is
so
funny.
it kind of comes with it. Like, us as Black people, we're always told we can't just be good. We got to be like 10 times, Mm-hmm. And, one person can say, oh, it shouldn't have to be like that. Cool. Well, it is what it is.
Right. Yeah.
You know, like, yes, we're
Take it or
always
leave
going
it.
to celebrate each other, for, accomplishing the thing.
Yeah.
But we still know that we have to excel at a higher rate to be given a shot. And it translates over to being a female musician. We be having we gotta be killing out here. And to be average, yeah.
Not gonna fly.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate because I know a lot of average men that's out on these
like a mug
tourist streets and that's out here playing with some big name musicians.
Yep.
And I just stay in my lane, and I'm like, I'm gonna still be happy for them because they there, and there's enough work for everybody. But and also in life, no, it's not fair.
No,
it's not fair. It's not fair. It's not fair. Like I said, there's a bunch of average sounding men on a lot of these big gigs.
Yep.
But being a woman in the industry, we do know that we have to excel at a very, 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 very high rate. Yeah. And it's just so much that goes into it, like the looks and all that stuff too.
It's
that's like true. I feel like everybody should have to take care of themselves, but
some people some niggas be crusty.
But it's whatever. But yeah, just be confident and just be aware of the battle that you have to fight. I always tell people, in the midst of you fighting a battle, that doesn't mean to disregard the thing you're still fighting. Yes, as a female musician, I know the battle is getting a call for a gig and might not get the call because guys might feel weird talking about certain things if I'm on the road with them. So I'm not gonna say, oh, well, I don't want to play with them. No, I'm gonna still keep doing me,
Right.
And I'm gonna still keep practicing my instrument, shedding hard because I know I have to be fire on my instrument. Even though it's average people out there, I gotta be fire. But you still gotta, fight the fight while talking about the fight.
Period.
So yeah.
That's
the best advice I could give.
That's all they need.
Rambling on too much more.
That's all they need. They'll be all right. They need to understand. They need to understand. They need to hit you up and get some real information and reach out because mugs be scared to reach out to people. Like, man, say what's up.
I don't know. I feel like people do a good job reaching out. On my end, at least, I feel like they do a good job reaching out. And I always tell people, feel free to ask.
Yeah.
But and also I'm gonna keep it very, very honest when they do ask questions and stuff. But I would say just one thing that I would like to see more, because I forgot that you mentioned like something for like up and coming musicians as well. Gratitude. Gratitude takes you very far.
Boom, bam, spam.
And gratitude expands beyond saying thank you to people, because to have gratitude, that is an inward thing, just to be grateful for just everything.
Yeah.
It dictates how you move based on how grateful you are. It helps navigate decisions based on how grateful you are. Because there might be a time you might want to crash out, but just because you're grateful, you like, you know what, let me just chill real quick, and then come to find out somebody explains the situation and it's like, oh, okay, this actually makes sense.
But lucky I ain't crashed out.
And then we do have to take it down to the two simple words of just a simple thank you.
Right.
That goes so far.
It does.
I did an interview, what was it, last week, where somebody was just like, what's been the main way you've gotten gigs? And I told them by saying thank you. Yep.
Simple, man. Gratitude.
Just by saying thank you.
That's just real.
And just having a lot of gratitude. Because the same way I said, you got a lot of average people on tour, you got a lot of super killing people that's not getting no work.
Right.
And, and then you have people that's average that still ain't getting no work, So I just feel like if you're doing anything, you should just be grateful and be sure to thank the person that might have put you on.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
And it do get a little weird. Some of these people do be wanting people to bow down to them, but like I said, you don't get into that. That's a them thing.
No.
All I know is thank you goes a long way. Acknowledgement goes a long way. And and gratitude allows you to remain in a humble state.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
A lot of people that are like very egotistical, I realize they're not. They don't have a lot of gratitude.
Yeah, you know.
So
that's life, though. That's life. Which, you know, a bunch of them don't have it. They don't got it together, but they are. They'll get it together.
Yeah, but they'll be all right. But yeah, to have gratitude is a very peaceful thing. So it's a beautiful thing. It gets you a lot of things as well. So
yep. Yeah, that's real right there. Mm-hmm. So look, I appreciate the time. I appreciate the fact that you took the time out to talk to these people, to talk to me. And you know, because like I said or always say, people don't get it, like they don't get that time to really hear from us because they see us more so than hearing from us. So it's like, you know, they see the promotion, they see us on shows, they see the posts, whatever. Yeah. But it's like they don't get like a good amount of time to hear our mentality. And I always appreciate people like you who are, you know, of that caliber, you know, of a musician that people really where they want to be. You know what I'm saying? And you're taking time. Like, yo, you know what? Yeah, let me, because there's people that don't. Like, real talk. Yeah. People really they don't care to. Some don't know how to, but it's the fact that you know how to and you want to. So I appreciate your time for this. Like, real talk.
Homie, I appreciate you for hitting me up for this.
You already know.
You know, this is good. This is good. Yeah. I love to see this.
And tell people where they can find you, so they can.
You can find me literally anywhere. If you type in Arnetta Johnson, I'm going to pop up. My website is arnettajohnson.com. On
sites.
Yeah. And social media, that Trumpet Chick, no K.
Mm-hmm. No K.
No K.
No K.
I'm on Facebook, Arnetta Johnson Trumpet, YouTube, Arnetta Johnson, and like I said, Instagram and TikTok and all that. That Trumpet Chick, no K.
No Ks. Any chicks, no Ks.
Yeah, and feel free to check out all the different endeavors that I'm up to that expand beyond just me playing my trumpet. So
y'all better better check it out and hit her up. She's a human being. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. She's communicative and she's cool as shit. So hit her up. You got any questions? Don't hit her up about gigs because we're not doing that. But you hit her up. You know what I'm saying, for some information. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Arnetta, listen, I thank you so damn much. Seriously. Like, seriously. We might have to do another one because I want to get you on here with, what's his name? With Henry. With Henry Ali.
Turf?
Yup, Henry. Yup. Yeah. And Yessie Ali ass and what's his name? Leon.
Yeah.
I want to get all y'all on here because I want to hear I want to hear a section. I want to hear y'all talk about how it goes down. Like, for real.
Man, get ready.
That's gonna be all y'all too. All those dumb, goofy characteristics.
Get ready.
God, that's gonna be an hour.
Sitting here just like this, my little tea.
Shut up. Like, dipping. I'm serious. We're gonna figure it out though. We're gonna figure that out.
Yeah. All right, man.
So look, I'm gonna hit you later, but y'all please go check out Arnetta's performance as well on the media box. It's crazy. Of course, you know what I'm saying, but check her out as well whenever she posts anything because her live performances are dope, energetic as hell, and it's like clean raw. If y'all know, if you know what I'm saying, it's like raw, but she still has the professionalism to her. So it's like, oh, I get both sides of this motherfucker. That's dope. So check her out, Arnetta. I love you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, bro.
Peace to the east, y'all.